Welcome back. The planet had one of its hottest years on record in 2022, and that's according to two federal agencies. Well, last year was the sixth warmest in record history as ocean heat soared and sea ice coverage in Antarctica melted to near record lows.
Meteorologist Elisa Raffa joins us now to break down this new report. It sounds pretty extensive.
Yeah, they do this every year, and what's sad is none of us meteorologists, climate scientists are surprised, right? We see these numbers every year. Records just keep falling every single year. And these are records that are not supposed to be broken every year, right? Like we just watched home run records over the summer. That happens once in a few decades, right? Like we don't watch these things all the time. So just like that, our temperature records should not be falling every single year. So again, 2022 was the sixth warmest year on record globally, and that's coming from a report from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It has been the 46th year, okay? It's been 46 years since the Earth had a cooler than average year, right? So 46 years since there were more blues on the map. That is a very long time. You have to go back to the 1970s to find a year globally that was cooler than average. Lots of red when you look at the map. This is looking at departure from normal. So was it warmer than average or cooler than average? And you can see a lot of red, especially across parts of Europe and Africa. They really shattered records. And even across the U.S. The only really prominent blue is here, and this is a La Nina, a cool ocean circulation, which we expected this year, and typically that would cool average temperatures, and it's just not enough anymore. So these are the top 10 hottest global years on record. Here's 2022, sitting at number 6, but every single one of these have occurred since 2010, and if you go back to the last 9, those are the last 9 years. Again, just breaking records every year is something we really shouldn't be doing. So 2022 is the sixth warmest year on record globally. The top 10 hottest years all occurred in just the last 13. Average annual temperatures are more than a degree Celsius warmer than average. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have a fever like that, when you add on to your body temperature, that is not a good thing. And we don't want to get to 1.5 degrees C. That's when scientists think a lot of the impacts are really become irreversible. Again, it persisted despite the La Nina, and the Arctic is warming 4 times as fast as the rest of the planet. So when you look at just some of these pictures of how we can depict global temperature, again, another one that screams just obvious, where there used to be cooler than average years, but not anymore. And then just look at the spike. We often call this a hockey stick because it's straight and then just comes up out of nowhere towards the end. It's a very recent rapid warming. And this is another way to look at it. We call these warming stripes, right? The cooler than average years, the warmer than average years, and it's very red hot very recently as the climate continues to warm.